The one fight between like guys who retired and came back that I'm still interested in seeing is him and Manny. And I know they're going to do that on Netflix.
Floyd.
I think that's still a high-level fight, though. That's what I love about it. Because I think Manny is still a high-level fighter. And Floyd, even in these exhibitions that he's been doing,
He be looking good, huh?
he looks great, man. He looks great in sparring. You see him at sparring, like, good Lord, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's lost a step. I always say that if you wanted to have a style that you emulate, where you want to have a great career, look at that guy. Like, really, very few times in his career ever got hurt.
Yeah.
Very, very few. You can count them on one hand.
Yep.
And then when in rematches, oh my God, in rematches he's always just like so like Maidana. Like Maidana, the first fight was a rough fight.
Yeah.
Second fight, he looked like a man.
On a recent podcast episode, Joe Rogan breaks down a fight-up between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao as well. He reveals his prediction for who would win, and that decision has shocked boxing fans completely across the world.
Is efficient, and he's going to get tired easier. Mayweather is one of the greatest, if not the greatest boxer of all time. I say there's a real good argument he's the greatest of all time because he's undefeated, 50-0, and really only been hurt by Sugar Shane Mosley and Maidana, two guys in a spectacular career, 50-0. If you look at his style, he's got a brilliant style. His style is take the minimal amount of damage, find your openings, and then establish your game, and then dominate. He's the most intelligent in terms of his overall strategy to preserve his health, yet to always win. I mean, he's the most intelligent. He's so good. You know, all the greats have suffered losses and setbacks, and except.
According to Joe Rogan, Floyd Mayweather Jr. stands as the greatest boxer in history, a competitor so completely dominant that fans repeatedly hope to see him defeated. Yet no matter how strong the challenge, that outcome never actually comes.
He's super smart about how he sets up fights. He sets up, one of the things he does is he talks a mess of shit and gets everybody wanting to root for him to lose. He'll show you all his Rolls Royces, he'll show you all his money, he'll show you all his watches, and everybody's like, he's gonna go broke, but he never does. He keeps making money.
He commended Floyd Mayweather's fighting approach, explaining he patiently waits for openings and immediately capitalizes when they emerge. He pointed out that this is exactly what Floyd did in the first fight against Manny Pacquiao and believes he would follow the same strategy again in a rematch to secure another win.
Did to Manny Pacquiao in their fight, and Manny Pacquiao apparently had a fucked up shoulder, but that's what he did to Ricky Hatton. Dominated Ricky Hatton, who at the time was one of the best in the world, and a guy that a lot of people were interested in seeing how he would do against Mayweather. And then the second fight with Maidana, you get to see the brilliance of Mayweather because he knew he got clipped in the first fight. So he digested all of Maidana's movements and what he did wrong in the first fight, and he came out in the second fight and just put on a clinic. He's the best of all time.
Yeah.
The reason why it was close is because Mayweather let him blow his wad.
Right.
He just let him... Look, he clipped Mayweather with a legit left uppercut early in the fight, and I was kind of stunned. I was like, wow.
Floyd Mayweather calling the rematch an exhibition sparked huge controversy in boxing circles. However, recent developments suggest tensions are cooling as both sides work toward finalizing the fight agreement. BoxingScene.com reported Manny Pacquiao said Floyd Mayweather Jr. has agreed their September 19th rematch will be a professional boxing match officially confirmed. Manny also shared additional thoughts in a separate interview session.
Exhibition, or is it going to be a sanctioned match?
No, sanctioned match.
Awesome. Manny, are you happy that you're going to get the second opportunity? It seems like you guys are going to actually get in there again. Are you very excited to redeem yourself?
Yeah.
I know you spoke a lot about you were injured in the first fight and all, but what would this win mean for you in particular? Personally, you've accomplished so much, 8th division world champion and all, but what would a win over Floyd mean?
Oh, this is very important. I want to give him a one.
Is it a bragging rights thing for you, Manny? Like you can prove you're better. You can prove you're better than him. Is that what this is? It's about still showing you're better than him.
In addition, reporter Lance Pugmere disclosed Manny Pacquiao informed him Floyd Mayweather has at last returned to negotiations and accepted fight terms officially confirmed.
Pacquiao reached out to me yesterday. We talked on WhatsApp actually, and he said the fight is on. Floyd has come to the table. Everything's fine. we're good to go. I know Floyd has come out with a statement today saying not everything's done, and I'm not gonna look. I used to work for them, so I'm not gonna call Fight Hype Floyd's mouthpiece, but he definitely chooses to talk to Fight Hype first and foremost. And so I think that they want to put their own spin on this and report it their own way. That's fine. And we know that Floyd always wants things on his terms. So he's going to formally announce it whenever he's ready to. But according to Pacquiao, they are happy with where they're at right now with this deal, and having the confirmation from Floyd that the fight is going to be a real fight. Again, September 19th on Netflix at the Sphere in
Pacquiao further confirmed that the Sphere has been locked in as the official venue for the rematch, while stressing that financial concerns are not an issue despite public speculation. He explained the bout is positioned as a worldwide spectacle rather than a budget-limited event.
It's going to be challenging for you and your team.
Very challenging because big amount of money involved.
A lot of money?
Money.
But it's going to bring a lot of money. But it's going to happen, right?
But it's going to be, I mean, it's going to be good, like beautiful.
Yeah.
Netflix.
Nice. You guys are going to break all of Netflix's numbers, Manny. You guys are going to break all of Netflix's numbers.
Manny Pacquiao has returned to training, teaming up once again with his legendary coach Freddie Roach, reviving their historic partnership as the rematch approaches. Both have come together at the well-known Wild Card Gym, where Pacquiao has reportedly restarted intense preparation, echoing the same discipline and intensity from his peak fighting years. Teofimo Lopez described the rematch as more of a spectacle and a financial move for both fighters, though he admitted it still carries intrigue for fans. He also acknowledged Floyd Mayweather Jr. for repeatedly delivering massive boxing events, saying that's a key reason audiences continue to watch whenever he steps into the spotlight.
Mayweather, it's all about the money, entertainment. Entertainment, he deserves it. Both of them do. Manny needs the money to pay the U.S. taxes. It's all love. It's all good. Entertainment, baby. At least say that.
Did you see all the videos of Floyd saying he's coming back?
Yeah, I see
What do you
that.
think about that? I told about that first.
Tell me about it. But like I say, he even said it's entertaining business, man. Floyd can do whatever he wants, and everybody will still watch him. That's the best thing about.
Joe Rogan believes Floyd should receive far more respect, even though many refuse to acknowledge it. Rogan explains fans dislike his personality, yet still distinguish it from his fighting ability overall.
He's a monster. I give him a lot of respect. I do.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, not a lot of people do, but
They're crazy.
The man's just being him.
Well, he talks a lot of
You know.
shit, but you got to separate that from what he does.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
when you watch him fight, the guy is defensively spectacular.
Yeah.
He knows exactly. When you watch the Canelo fight, I've watched the Canelo fight at least 3 times. And when you watch him stand in front of Canelo throws a left, he's over here. He throws a right, he's over here. Pop, take that jab with you.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm back here now. And Canelo is like just whiffing,
Yeah.
just throwing punches. You could see the look in his face like, God damn it, I'm in here with a master.
Yeah.
This is a master boxer.
Floyd Mayweather handles fight promotion and negotiations in a highly calculated and carefully managed way. He keeps complete control over when details are released, often holding back official statements until every condition matches his own requirements. Instead of rushing public confirmation, he prefers to keep negotiations private and strategic, making sure he maintains leverage and control throughout the entire process from start to finish as well too.
That's where we're at right now. Let's just bide our time, enjoy talking boxing, and then at some point Floyd is going to say, I'm all in.
Yeah, I think Floyd's one of those guys where when it comes to negotiating, he's not going to meet you halfway. He wants you to come over to his side of the table, and then when he's ready, we'll go. That's the competitiveness in him. He always wants to win. He's trying to win every talking point, every negotiating, every conversation.
Including the conversation.
There is also continued confusion surrounding who officially speaks for him during negotiations. Although he has collaborated in the past with different advisors and major promotional figures, including prominent boxing executives, it is not always clear whether public comments originate from him directly or from his camp. Still, the main takeaway remains unchanged. Ultimate authority always stays with Floyd Mayweather Jr. He is consistently presented as the final decision-maker in every aspect of his career and business moves, reinforcing his long-standing image of independence and total control in boxing negotiations.
Anything else? I mean, who actually is the mouthpiece for, Paulie brought a great point, who is the mouthpiece responding for Floyd and his team? Is it actually Floyd that came to this, not announcement, but came to this, agreement? Yes, this is the contract we signed. Yes, it is a fight. Or was it representatives of Team Mayweather?
He's working with another individual, but again, this is all, it always goes through Floyd. I know that in the past, he had Leonard Ellerbe representing him, briefly reconnected with Richard Schaefer, formerly of Golden Boy Promotions. And now Floyd has another representative that he works closely with. But look, at the end of the day, this is all about Floyd Mayweather and what he wants to do and what he's going to commit to. And he's his own man. We know that.
Yeah, we talked quite a bit about this yesterday, and again, we're going to be talking about this up until it actually does happen, but it is good to hear that it is officially on, so we don't have to have this he said, she said situation.
Easy.
But,
easy.
He said. There you go.
Manny Pacquiao suggested that Floyd Mayweather Jr. hesitation to commit to a fully sanctioned professional bout may stem from the risk of losing his undefeated record. In Pacquiao's perspective, that perfect record functions as more than history. It serves as a key promotional asset that fuels exhibitions, appearances, and major events while preserving an image of invincibility. He argues that a defeat would strip away much of that commercial advantage and weaken Mayweather's promotional power moving forward. Even so, Pacquiao tempers his criticism by reaffirming his respect for Mayweather as a fighter. Still, he maintains that respect should not override obligations, insisting Mayweather should honor what was agreed and move forward with a professional fight rather than shifting it into an exhibition format.
I think he's scared of losing. I mean, he's scared of losing because that's his, his leverage for, to go around and have exhibition because of his undefeated record. But if that record will ruin, then what else that he can leverage for to go around and have an exhibition match?
I mean, he could leverage what you do. You've lost fights because you fought everyone, right?
Yeah.
So you're still one of the greatest fighters who ever lived, and you can leverage the fact that you're Manny Pacquiao. But you think it means that much to him to be undefeated, that even though there's so much money on the line and he's already signed it, he now wants it to be an exhibition?
That's I always say that, it doesn't matter if you're undefeated fighter and you are. Yeah. What I can say is like he's a self-proclaimed GOAT. Right. He can't even claim in which part that he can claim that he's the only. He cannot claim that he's the only undefeated fighter who retired. There's a lot of fighters, at least more than 15 fighters who retired undefeated. So, but I can claim with some of those. Right. The only 8 division and the only fighter who became a world champion in 4 decades, 4 different decades. Yes. 90s, 2000, 2010, 2020. So, but I'm not raising my own chair. I let the fans decide.
Manny Pacquiao has argued that the matchup should have taken place much earlier, when both fighters were at their physical peak, suggesting that Floyd Mayweather Jr. avoided taking the risk at that stage. This supports Pacquiao's belief that Mayweather focused more on protecting his undefeated record than on facing the most dangerous opposition available. The two eventually met in 2015 in a historic showdown that became the highest-grossing fight in boxing history, producing massive pay-per-view numbers, yet it still left many fans disappointed due to how late it happened compared to both fighters' prime years. Now, Pacquiao views a potential rematch as one of the defining moments of his career, framing it as an opportunity to settle long-running legacy debates over who was truly greater. At this stage, it's no longer about belts or titles, but about pride, legacy, and rewriting the final chapter of their rivalry.
To me, this sounds like this comes down to what does Floyd value more, money or his own, right? And Manny, look, obviously it didn't go your way when you fought Floyd in 2015. Still the biggest fight in boxing history, business-wise, shattered all the records. Everything you accomplished, Max saying that you're number 2 pound for pound ever. That's right. If you do beat Floyd, where would that rank for you in terms of your accomplishments, even at this age?
At this age?
Yeah, wait, how would this rank as far as accomplishments if you do beat Floyd?
Of all the things you've done in your career, the fights with Barrera, Morales, Ledwaba, Margarito, Mosley,
even Keith
Cotto,
at that age.
Hatton, like where would this rank?
this is the most important fight in my career because a lot of people like, you know, who is the greatest, who is the like the blah blah blah, who's the winner like that. Because Floyd Mayweather is just like running around, and he won.
Joe Rogan explained that Floyd Mayweather Jr. underwent a major transformation in fighting style over his career. In his early pretty boy era, he fought with a more offensive mindset, taking risks and engaging in exchanges that sometimes put him in danger. However, as he transitioned into the Money Mayweather phase, his approach became far more calculated, built around patience, defense, timing, and avoiding unnecessary damage. Rogan emphasized that Mayweather mastered the art of waiting for the right openings instead of forcing action, then instantly punishing opponents when they made even small mistakes. That evolution played a key role in his dominance during later years, including one-sided victories over elite names such as Saul Canelo Alvarez. He also noted that even dangerous challengers like Shane Mosley struggled once Mayweather adjusted mid-fight, as he effectively disrupted their rhythm and neutralized their offense completely.
Or seeing guys that take the wrong fights, or seeing guys that don't fight smart defensively. You know, one of the things that people forget is that Floyd went through a big transition of his own. If you go back to the early parts of his career and you watch when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he was a much more aggressive fighter, and he would put himself in danger much more. And then when he became Money Mayweather, like as it got later and later in his life, he just got so much more brilliant defensively. And then he became the guy that you see shutting out Canelo Alvarez, stopping all these guys, just shutting everything down. He just became this defensive wizard to the point where you'd see world-class fighters like Sugar Shane Mosley, who did tag him, but other than that, didn't really. Once he recovered, he didn't really know what to do with Floyd. Floyd just had the answers to his style. He had figured.
Oscar De La Hoya reacted humorously when discussing a possible second meeting between the two boxing legends, even joking that he might show up just to get involved with the referee and enjoy the action. He noted that their first encounter took place years ago and described it as an average contest, adding that now they are talking about doing it again. De La Hoya framed the situation as pure entertainment, saying it is still unclear whether the bout would be an exhibition or a fully sanctioned fight with official rules and small gloves. However, he added that if it does become a real contest under proper regulations, it could still turn into a solid night for boxing. When pressed on his prediction, he ultimately sided with Floyd Mayweather Jr. as the likely winner.
To, you know, two of your former opponents getting back in there in their mid-40s.
Well, maybe I can be the referee. Right? Let me get some action. Yeah, look, the first fight was many years ago, right?
Yeah.
And it was an okay fight. Now they're gonna do it again. Apparently, it's all entertainment. That's the way I see it. It's all entertainment. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be an exhibition or a real fight with real rules. Small boxing gloves, you know, I don't know what they're gonna choose, but if they make it a real fight with the real rules, then yeah, it's an okay night for boxing.
Who would you back? Who do you think would win it? If it's a real fight, because that's what Pacquiao wants, it seems.
Yeah, I think Mayweather will. I think Mayweather will.
Experts often point to the enormous financial achievements of both Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao, especially during boxing's peak pay-per-view period. Mayweather is estimated to have earned roughly between $1.1 and $1.2 billion across his career, with income generated from fight purses, revenue-sharing deals, promotional control through his own company, endorsement partnerships, and post-retirement exhibition events. His approach centered on self-promotion and maximizing negotiating power, which helped establish him as one of the highest-paid athletes in sports history. Pacquiao, meanwhile, is estimated to have earned around $575 to $600 million, built through a long career across multiple weight classes and major blockbuster fights against elite names such as Oscar De La Hoya and others. His overall earnings are slightly lower, largely due to having less promotional control compared to Mayweather. Both fighters heavily benefited from an era when boxing dominated pay-per-view television, where single events could generate hundreds of millions in revenue. The discussion also reflects how even top-level athletes can still face financial pressure depending on spending habits and lifestyle demands.
1.1 to $1.2 billion.
Knox Locks.
Could you imagine?
Spending
what is he, 48?
And he's already
is he 48
spent
years old?
I don't know.
He's 48.
But he's already spent all
and
of
he's
it.
Like he needs to. This is wild. It's wild to me.
He's got that lawsuit against Showtime. He says they owe him like $350 million, so that's pending. Whatever that's going to.
Is that included in that 1.1 billion?
Is that they owe him or he owes them?
But I'm just saying, if his career earnings is reported to be 1.1 billion, if you take away 300 million from that, which is still a whole lot of money, but I mean,
that is the estimated number based on his professional boxing career. That includes the fight purses, pay-per-view revenue shares, and promotions via the Mayweather Promotions endorsements appearances.
Who comes out on top in this rematch? Floyd Mayweather Jr. or Manny Pacquiao? Share your prediction in the comments below.